Hey everybody, Rich here from HFX Gaming Memories. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while again since we all met, but I'm glad to be back. I do tend to take a long time to make videos. The reason for that is, well, I work two jobs. It keeps me pretty busy, especially during a pandemic when you work in health. I also spend a lot of time at the gym, and I've got my squad who needs me to play modern games with them, so it doesn't leave a lot of time for making videos, but it's still no excuse. So for 2022, I'm going to try to continue to make a mix of cocktail and gaming videos. Now, discussing cocktails, we've definitely been having a lot of those in food over the holidays, and it's time to share with you another love of mine, and that is exercise. Most of you know me personally and know I have a degree in kinesiology and spend a lot of time at the gym. So I thought today, let's go do some exercise together, okay? Sound good? Alright, let's go.
Maybe we'll find another way to exercise today.
Okay, that really didn't work out like expected. So, yeah, we're not going to the gym, but we can still work out at home. I've got some dumbbells, skipping ropes, some bands. I mean, that stuff's fun. I love working out at home. But you know what? I've got a better idea. For those of you who don't know what this is the Nintendo Power Pad or the Running Pad, and today we're going to be looking at some Nintendo exercise games. So let's get to it. The Power Pad was originally released as Family Fun Fitness by Bandai in 1988, but Nintendo decided to license it and release it themselves as the Power Pad. Now this is where the holy grail of Nintendo collecting comes in. Originally, the packaging game World Class Track Meet that a lot of you grew up with was known as Stadium Events. No, this is not a real copy. I do wish it was, but this is just one I made myself because I thought it would look nice on my shelf. What made this game so rare is that it was only on the shelf for a very brief period of time. You hear some urban legends like it was only sold at Woolco in Chicago for a couple of weeks. You had to know somebody in order to get a copy. I've always dreamed about finding one of these at a random yard sale. I don't think it's ever going to happen considering this game is fetching prices up to $10,000 for an unboxed copy. Other than the title and the graphics on the front, nothing about this game is different. So we're just going to play World Class Track Meet. In total, there were 6 games released for the Power Pad in North America. I believe I have all of them. Truth is, I know I've played 2 of them, and the other 4 I don't think I've ever played. So this video is going to be a little different, where I'm not going in with a lot of experience in these games. We're just going to kind of do it live and see how things turn out. So please, stay tuned and enjoy. So we're going to start with World Class Track Meet. This is the game that most of us has played. This is the game that I have the most memories of. Everyone at my godmother's house piled in the basement seeing who was the fastest. That's back before we realized that our parents actually were quite athletic. We always thought of them as older people, but now I'm older than they were when this game came out, so I like to still think that I'm somewhat athletic and could keep up with children or certain robots that I have to race. The game is broken down into a series of mini games as well as a tournament and Olympics. So, without further ado, let's get started. As you can see on the screen, there is the 100-meter dash, the long jump, the 110-meter hurdles, the Olympics, and tournament. The tournament mode is actually set up to be a combination of the 100-meter dash and the 110-meter hurdles, in which you can actually take on opponents. Depending on the speed of the opponent, you're going to have to adjust your speed position. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at the Power Pad itself. We're going to flip it over to side B, and as you can see, you have numbers 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 through 12. The left-hand side is for player 1, and if you're playing 2-player, the red is for player 2. At the top of the pad is the super speed position, with the middle pad being advanced position and then normal position. What this means is that you can actually level the playing field when 2 players are playing. It's not fair if you have, say, a 5-year-old taking on a 16-year-old or someone my age taking on a robot. We've got to adjust our position, level the playing field a little bit. Now, let's take a look at some of these games. Alright, let's take a look at the 100-meter dash. First thing, we are going to need a controller in order to input our name and select what game we want to play. This game operates with the select button instead of the start button. So, we're going to go ahead. Actually, at the first screen, it's select, then it's start to select something. But when you select your name and how many players you want to input, it's the select button. Not A, not B. Very confusing. Select actually brings you back to the main menu instead of having to go up and reset the Nintendo each time. So, for this, we're just going to pick 1 player, even though we can pick up to 6. We're just going to input our name. We'll try some 2-player later. So, we're going to start off of the mat first on the left-hand side. Nothing is going to happen until we actually step onto the mat. So I'm going to start in just the normal position, 9 and 10. As soon as I step on, we take our place, We wait for the gun to go, and then we start running. Now, as you can see, you don't have to actually pick your hands up or your knees up very high. You can just kind of stomp your feet. And if you look at the screen, you can see that I'm actually keeping pace with him. And I won. I don't know what a good time is, but I'll tell you, that is a lot harder than it looks. Now, if you were really running and sprinting, that'd be a little bit more intense, but again, this was designed for children, not people my age. Moving on to the 110-meter hurdles. I remember this being really difficult as a kid, just trying to pick up where the timing is. I've also noticed I'm not breathing while doing these. While a 100-meter sprint is anaerobic, probably a good idea to try to take a few breaths. This isn't the real Olympics here. For this one, we're going to take up the middle position just to see if it makes a difference. So the key to the hurdles seems to be leaping off one foot and coming down single. I gave the hurdles a few more tries and I just couldn't get the jumping down. I'm not sure if you have to come off on one foot, land on one foot, whether the power pad is just old, or maybe I'm expecting too much for a game from 1988. Let's go on, take a look at the long jump, and hope I don't put my head through this ceiling fan. Don't know if position makes a difference, so we'll just stay at the back for now. And I don't think there's actually a start, we just go. So you can see we got up to 9 meters per second. And I believe we get 3 tries at this, so let's see if we can top it better this time. Getting a little further. And for the final try, if I can just hit that line. And worse. So definitely not the best long jumper on the Nintendo. But still, fun little game for you and your friends to try. Let's move on to one more event. And for the final event, the triple jump. We're just going to try to figure this out as we go along. So back on position 5 and 6. Same setup as the long jump. Okay, so again, you get 3 tries. Let's go again. So that time he actually jumped on his own. Not sure if it's just the sensors or what I did wrong there. These are definitely hard. I didn't expect to be breathing as heavy, but I've been doing 8 weeks of powerlifting. What do you expect? I definitely didn't expect to be breathing as hard during this. I really worked up a good sweat doing these little training exercises. So that's it for World Class Track Meet / Stadium events. Definitely kind of an early predecessor to the mini games that we see with the Wii and the Wii U and Switch, but definitely worth trying out. Not the greatest mechanics, but again, it was very early technology, so we can't fault it for that. Definitely had a lot of fun. I do wish I had more people around to give this a try so I could actually take a break in between my sprinting. Thank you once again for joining me at HFX Gaming Memories. I hope you really enjoyed our Power Pad video because we're going to be making more. The original plan was to actually do a lot of games, but I thought, let's make shorter videos. I also had some technical issues, ended up getting sick, work got really busy, which really delayed the production of this video. So, up next, we're actually going to look at Athletic World. Now, this was the original packaging for Family Fun Fitness, before Nintendo bought it and switched out World Class Track Meet that we just reviewed. So, please, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, put some stories in the comments or any other feedback you have. If there's a game out there you've got some memories about and you'd like me to talk about it, please put it in the comments. You can also email me directly at hfxgamingmemories@gmail.com. You can follow along at HFX Gaming Memory on Twitter. Until then, stay safe, keep gaming. We'll see you real soon.